You know, they said this was a 100-year flood. Some people said it was a 1,000-year flood. I had customers by the hundreds come in and they would ask me about the flood and what happened to me and how I survived. And they would say, oh, it's probably never going to happen again. You'll never have to worry about it in your lifetime. And I said, oh, yes, I will. I said, I've seen quick summer floods in town, and I know what a quick summer flood can do to me where I'm located in my building. So there was no doubt in my mind yesterday when it happened that this was the worst one.
It's still a difficult scene down there. As I said to you this morning and yesterday, it's devastating for all of us. We've had an opportunity to talk to some of the business owners today, Senator Cardin and Senator Van Hollen and Congressman Cummings and Councilman Weinstein and I, and they're devastated, as you can expect. They have gone through hell to get where they are today before this flood, and now they're facing it all again. And so our hearts are with them. We've told them we're there to help them in any way possible. And we greatly appreciate our federal partners coming to offer assistance and encouragement for all of us.
So, had the family in the van. We were driving north on Rolling Road and noticed that the water was getting deeper and deeper on Rolling Road. Turned off the main road, and that's when we saw the first vehicle underwater. It was an F-150, and it was water up to the top of the windows.
And that's a Ford pickup?
Yes, yeah. And that area, we were on top of the hill, so that's where I assumed, like, this is really bad. If it's this bad on top of the hill, it came. So it let up a little bit, and so we went further and got up to Frederick Road and turned left down towards here to Ellicott City, and the police had and the fire department had everything blocked off at the rear.
First of all, across, it's a miracle I got out of my building alive. This is the old credential. It's my husband's credential from 2016 flood. So I thought I was going to wear this and maybe they would let me go down and look at my destroyed building on Main Street. It doesn't work, but you know, just reminding them, I've been through this twice now. An antique shop, and I've been on Main Street for 29 years. So I've seen a lot of different events on Main Street, and yesterday was the worst. I had an opportunity to really watch the water, the first event when we had the flood in 2016. I was smart and I had a customer in and I decided it was getting bad, and so did she. I closed the store up. We both walked out together. The water was rolling up to our ankles at that time. Yesterday I had customers in there. They were purchasing, and I said to them, we looked out and I said, it's really getting bad. You ladies need to leave now. And after they left, I was trying to secure my building. I had no way to lock my door from the inside on my shop. So now I went running around in my building, in the basement, flooding water, rushing in the basement, front and back. I went upstairs. By the time I got up on the second floor, my door on the other side had pushed open and the water was rolling in like a river. So my husband called and said, you need to get to the second floor, and it got worse, and I watched all the cars float down. And I started crying, and I said, I need a miracle here. I've got to get out of this place. And there was no way nobody was going to get me out on the second floor in front of the flood. So I went up to my third floor. I opened my window. I crawled out of there, and I was waving to the fire and rescue on Old Columbia Pike. And they saw me, and they said, don't come out, ma'am. Stay in there. We're coming after you. And I kept praying, and I said, I need a miracle. And it was about an hour later, and they came up on my roof, and they said, we're here to rescue. And I said, thank God, my miracle was answered. And then I went over my roof, and I went up a high-pitched roof on a ladder and shimmied down to the end of it by the chimney, shimmied down that, and then I got on the ladder and walked down to land. And I was so grateful to the fire department. Best thing that happened to me in a long time.
It sounds like you were pretty afraid.
I thought I was going to die in that building by myself. I've never been around water like that when you hear it rushing in from all sides and you're helpless. So I'm glad I'm here today.
Last night was a horrific event. The amount of rain that fell in such a short period of time, causing floodwaters to occur without much notice in succession. It wasn't just one stream of water, and the elevation was so quick. This happened during a holiday weekend, and it was very busy in Ellicott City. So there were a lot of people at risk. The first priority in these events is to save life. And that's exactly what the first responders in Howard County did. Clearly, there's going to be some hard decisions that are going to have to be made by residents and shop owners here. We recognize that. You shouldn't have to go through this once in your lifetime, but twice in 2 years is something which is just, it breaks our hearts. So, yes, we're here on behalf of the federal team. We will use all the resources we have at the federal level to help the county, because this stretches the county's capacity, working with the state. I know Governor Hogan has already taken action. We're going to do everything we can to help the people, recognizing that this is an incredible challenge for individuals who have now gone through this twice in less than 2 years.
Fire chief and the police chief and your whole team, all the emergency responders, thank you. I know we're still looking for a missing person, but it is almost miraculous that when you had a flood of this magnitude, that others escaped. I know that there were, what, 300 rescues, water rescues, and I think the police department responded to over 1,100 calls in a 6-hour period. So thank all of you for being there 24/7.
So it started to rain at like 3:30, and by 4:30 it was, I mean, we get like rain from the stream up here pretty often. It'll kind of like make a little stream on the side of the road. Looks like a little tiny ditch. So it was a little bit higher than that, which we had seen before, and it wasn't too bad, but it quickly got a lot worse. And I've heard from my neighbors that have lived here forever that it's the worst it's ever been. Certainly never pushed the cars down the street before. So we were all standing on our porches watching it, and these are my neighbors' cars, and started taking them and pushing it into my car, my husband's car, and it kind of like dammed cars here, so that's why my car is missing. Yeah.
How long have you lived in the neighborhood?
Since 2015.
So you were here in 2016 when this happened before.
Yep.
How would you compare?
This is much worse. We didn't have any damage for 2016. And from what I've seen of downtown, it looks like it's a lot worse there too. I mean, there's a whole intersection missing. So.
I think Ellicott City was as prepared as it could be. When you have a rain coming down as high as 8 inches or more over a certain period of time, terrible things happen. We found that out in 2016. You know, the people in Ellicott City are strong. They worked hard on their buildings to make it stronger. The people who own those buildings made them a lot stronger. But something like this is so devastatingly strong, it's just difficult to handle. So the people of Ellicott City are strong and resilient. I think that they've done nothing but everything that's in their power that they could do to improve themselves and their businesses. Right now, though, we're focusing on them and what we can do to help them and provide them with the services and resources they need.
Everyone has said you're going to support what the business owners decide to do. There's a lot of talk out there, people offering their opinions right now. Are you of the mind that the engineering can ever protect this town fully?
Again, we've done a lot of studies and a lot of ways in which we can help, and I think there are ways in which we can help mitigate that, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. So I do believe there's engineering that can be done to help. Now again, if you get 9 inches or 8 inches of rain over a 3 or 4 or 5 hour period, that's tough, and I can't guarantee what will happen with that, but I certainly think there are ways in which we can do the mitigation to help. I really do believe that, but still, if you're a business owner, property owner, you got to make that decision for yourself, and I fully respect that that's a difficult decision to make, and I respect the decision they decide to make.
I don't have a job, so I don't know what's next. It's just, it's incomprehensible that it's going to happen again. And what's going to stop it? Nothing. They can't tell us to rebuild, put all this effort into rebuilding, and then that this isn't going to happen again. We know it's going to happen.
So as of today, we've got units down the river on both sides. We've also searched the river pretty extensively with human assets and cadaver dogs searching for victims and the missing person. So in that aspect of things, we're still in the active rescue mode with our personnel and assessing the structures and trying to get in and make sure everything is complete.
We were coming home north on 29, and right around the time we got where Columbia is, our phones, we both started getting a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls, and it was all of our neighbors on this block that were warning us not to come back. And they had sent us some videos, and it really looked like a river here, and there was some water in 2016, but it was nothing compared to what happened last night. So we just kind of circled the area, and we waited out in a few parking lots until things calmed down, and we were able to get back down here. It took us until I think around 8 o'clock at night that we were able to actually come back to this block, and then start to assess what had happened.
Most of us watched it from our porches or our windows, depending. We were on the front porch here. A lot of people came over and were watching it. Yeah.
How high did the water get up?
Pretty high. I just had all my landscaping done, and it's all gone now. So it was hitting right about the bottom of the box on that telephone pole there.
It's up here and stuff.
My car's up here, so it's safe, unlike the people who are parked on the street.
Yeah, and did the water just kind of rush their cars down? Is that...
No, it was a slow move. It started out slow, and then it was sort of a chain reaction. So it wasn't sort of the full-on floating really fast. But yeah.
How long have you lived here?
21 years.
So you were here a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me what your reaction is now compared to then?
This is a lot worse for our street. We didn't have damage like this, or I was worried some of the cars were going to float away in 2016. But this is a lot worse for our street. And from what I hear, you can't get to it, but Main Street as well, and for obvious reasons. But yeah, we didn't see this with the trolley path and the road buckling. I mean, that's going to be a sinkhole, and